Okay, we're back. To the PC gaming show. Why does it look like it's like 18 minutes and then they just go live? I don't see a quicker time frame here. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Okay. They didn't even wait for it to count down to 0. It's probably the pre-show. Yeah, it's still in the corner.
From Hollywood, it's the PC Gaming Show pre-show with your host, Frankie Ward, and your co-host, me, Els. And now, here's your host, Frankie Ward.
Hello, yes, hello, thank you. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show pre-show. We've got a big show for you tonight, but before we get to our guests, some stuff in the news today. RAM prices. Have you heard about this? This is breaking news. The price of RAM is still higher than Woody Harrelson at a Snoop Dogg concert. What else? AI has been in the news. Have you heard about this? AI is everywhere now. This is true. I downloaded an AI app to create cue cards for this joke, and not only did it spatula tennis hubcap, it completely messed up the bleachers safe to drink. Okay, folks, let's get started. Give it up for the pre-show band.
No one's there.
What a band. Did you guys get up to anything wild this weekend? Awesome! And a big round of applause for my trusty psychic Els.
Thanks, Frankie. It's great to be here. And speaking of sidekicks, I was recently reading about where the term sidekick comes from.
Some say it derives from pickpocket slang because the front pocket was called the kick and it was the safest place to store your valuables. So a sidekick is someone you implicitly trust. Wait, where's my wallet?
You only have a £5 in here, but you do carry around a photo of Withers Big Naturals from Baldur's Gate 3.
Those are way more valuable than cash. Let's move on. Our first guest you know from games like In Other Waters and Citizen Sleeper. Please welcome Gareth Damian Martin.
Hello.
Hello.
Gareth, lovely to see you here. I think the last time we probably both saw you was at the BAFTA.
Yes.
Congratulations on yet more nominations for Citizen Sleeper 2.
It just seems so
awards, but
awkward.
2 nominations, that's 6 total, so I'll take that.
Honestly, I think the nominations are all you need, though. I know that's easy for me to say as someone who's never been nominated for a BAFTA. But it does mean that the peers have selected you, and games are so subjective. But also, games have always been this hybrid medium inspired by the likes of film, TV, theatre, and tabletop games. Why do you think, or what do you think the influence that tabletop games have had on the medium?
Yeah, I mean, kind of all aspects of games, really. Without tabletop games, you know, we wouldn't have health points or experience points, any of these kind of formative structures. They all come from Dungeons and Dragons and early tabletop games. The idea of how a character progresses, or that a berserker should rage, and how rage works mechanically, and all of these like weird little things that we think of as kind of truths to video games, I think are kind of all drawn from tabletop games.
Which aspect of tabletop games do you think that the gaming industry, or the video gaming industry, I should say, is overlooking and should actually adopt or learn more from?
Really, video games' idea of what a tabletop game is still stuck in the kind of old days of Dungeons and Dragons. And I think that actually tabletop games are incredibly broad now and full of really, just like video games, full of strange, independent games and systems being made, all which are really, really cool and really interesting. And I think if you look at where tabletop games are, they're in this space where they're still in this kind of like burgeoning of genres and ideas constantly coming through. And so I think if games can bring a bit of that energy back, I think looking at tabletop games and kind of taking ideas from tabletop is a way of bringing that kind of way of refocusing on what's the experience the player should have, and how can we design a system that will fuel and build that.
So being able to build the person you want to be in a game is something that appeals to you?
Yeah, definitely, but also building systems that reflect certain kinds of experiences. Obviously, the most challenging thing about bringing tabletop ideas to video games is that in tabletop you have people in a room, and so you can say something and it becomes true.
Yeah.
And in a video game it takes years of work to make something true. Yeah, it's not possible if you want to make The Witcher 3 and you want to be, so you can have a custom character and you also want to be able to have like infinite possibilities and all the quests and they're all going to readapt. And of course that's not really feasible, but I think if you change the idea of the representative tools you're going to use in the game, so you might use text, you might use static art, you know, maps, all of these structures that are kind of suggestive rather than illustrative, I think then you can kind of start to achieve these things. Like in Citizen Sleeper, you know, you can find your path through the game, you can find your way to your ending. That's only possible because I'm dealing with such limited kind of representational elements. I think it kind of drives even more engagement from players because they're part of the process. They're the ones imagining the filling in the gaps and connecting all the pieces.
I think that's beautiful because I think when I have, as you said, less in front of you, it triggers your imagination to think of all the possibilities that you could come up with in your own brain, which I really like.
Gareth, what can we expect from you next?
So I am working on a brand new video game, another role-playing game as well, but I don't want to tell you any more than that because we are literally tens of minutes away from seeing the first trailer later on in the PC Gaming Show.
I think, Gareth, you should sit here because you've just built anticipation for the main PC Gaming Show, which is my job and Elsa's job. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today. If you want to see what's coming up from Gareth, then stick around for the main show.
Hey there, we're Lava Potion, and this is our game, Wielders of the Essence. This is you, a small frog on a big quest. And you have a friend, who's an egg. Together, you're taking this village from
A
puddle
silver
to
egg.
paradise. But hordes of enemies are standing in your way, so you'll need troops at your side. And magic. Good magic. So, how do you get troops and good magic? Well, after every run, you build and unlock new troops, spells, and also improve your skills. Then you get back into the fight. Wielders of the Essence is an incremental, base-building horde survival game. The demo is out right now. Full game releases on 5th of November.
Frankie, what's next?
Well, we've got another guest joining us from his well-earned retirement after completing a storied 25-year career in video games, spanning Stardock, GameStop, and Night Dive. Please welcome Larry Cooperman! Larry, we've got so much to talk about. How
His
old were you
shirt,
when you
did
actually
it say
entered
all in
gaming
the
industry, though? You were
excuses?
heading into your 50s.
I was a
Oh,
very young
execution.
45 when I took
Okay.
the first job, and I was 58 and shall we say between things when I was rescued by Night Dive. So.
And what made you want to get into the game industry? Was it literally playing Wolfenstein 3D in 1992? Was that the moment you went, I will someday work in this industry?
It wasn't until towards the end of 2000 that I received a newsletter from this company in Michigan called Stardock.
You published many games at Stardock.
Yes.
Was there one that you were particularly proud of? Did you always want to publish something you wanted to play, or did you have to always see the bigger picture, see the other players?
During the time I started, the really important game
Right.
and the biggest hit was
Right, like, girl, ask him the question after. He was gonna go into this whole story. Now you interrupted him, and now we're not gonna get his little origin story here. Geez, a way to go.
Galactic Civilizations, and then afterwards we partnered with Ironclad and did Sins of a Solar Empire. But the game that resonated with me, and it's really obscure, was a game called Lightweight Ninja. But the reason was both of my children found it wonderful, found the character wonderful.
When you moved on to Night Dive, so that's where you were last working
Yes.
until your recent retirement. What was the most difficult game to remaster?
Probably the toughest game, and one that we did the best we could with was Blade Runner. Part of the reason for that is the source
I've
code
heard
was
of,
lost and could not be
I could
found.
be thinking about
There
the
were
movie,
other
though.
PC versions available,
I'm
but ours
probably
was the
thinking
first
of
that was
the
brought to
movie.
console. And you know, it doesn't need to be said that the console audience is far larger. This was the only way that those people had the opportunity to play the game. So.
Why are remasters important? I suppose you've kind of covered it there, really, like bringing them to a wider audience, different platforms.
I view games as art. And to my mind, art deserves to not only be preserved, but deserves to be shown to as wide an audience as possible and to be as accessible as possible. The largest project that Night Dive had done to this point was not a remaster, but a complete remake of the System Shock game. And I don't really need to belabor it, but think about System Shock as the seed and all of the games that came from that tree. Deus Ex, Thief, BioShock, of course, you know. But to understand how those games came about and why they're important, you really need to go back to the beginning to understand the history of it.
Thank you so much, Larry.
I think the biggest reason for remasters and stuff is because, let's be real, a lot of us were around at the start of gaming, but kids nowadays weren't. They would never pick up some of these games if they weren't remastered because they're so old that they're kind of unplayable in today's world, you know? Like you can technically play them, but frustratingly. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest reason for remasters is to open it up to other generations. Yeah. But with that said, I still think it's weird to remaster a game that was made 10 years ago, you know, because there are some, you know, a lot of remasters are for older games, but we're starting to get into the phase of gaming where they're considering games from like 2016 to be ancient, and that really isn't the case. Yeah.
We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us at the PC Gaming Show pre-show. I hope there's some stuff in the show, in the main show, that you enjoy and you get some time to play. Then everyone, please, Larry Cooperman.
Frankie, I'm not sure what I want to do next. Talk to another great guest or watch another great game trailer.
I've got the answer. Let's do both. Take a look at something exciting coming up for Warhammer 40k Darktide, and then stick around because our next guest will tell us all about it.
Warhammer looks so good, and I've wanted to play it so many times, but there's just so many of them. I feel like I'd have too much catching up to do. Although this right here just seems like a dungeon crawler.
Please join me in welcoming one of the foremost minds in chopping rat men and blasting chaos cultists, Fat Shark's Victor Magnuson. Hey, come on in, Victor. For those people out there who, yeah, I'm judging you. I'm really judging you right now. Who don't know what Warhammer 40k Darktide is, can you just give them a synopsis?
But it's a four-player co-op game set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and you are trying to save this planet called Atoma Prime, specifically this hive city called Tertium. It's a mix between melee and ranged combat, and you fight a lot of enemies.
So, Victor,
Yeah.
I know the fans are very happy with you right
are?
now
Okay.
because you've just announced a new class
Yes.
coming to Warhammer 40k Darktide. Tell us all about the Skitarii.
It's been a fan sort of want from all of our fans for a long time. They got really upset with us when we released the last class that it wasn't Skitarii, but now it's coming out, so they should be good.
How does this new class complement others in the game?
So it's very sort of broad and very open, and you can sort of spec it out exactly like you want to. So it can fill a lot of different roles in the game, which is cool. Where previously other classes were more sort of specialized, maybe.
WoW could take a page out of the book, because every expansion since probably, I would say probably Wrath of the Lich King. Every expansion since Wrath of the Lich King, when I know it's time for them to release a new playable class, I always want Murloc, and we never get it. And yeah, Blizzard, you could take a page out of this guy's book here and, you know, release a class that, you know, everyone else better want to play it.
1 or 2 roles, so has a broader scope, I would say.
You guys are known for making co-op games.
No.
What do you think makes a great co-op game?
We adhere very hard to the sort of Left 4 Dead formula that they invented back in the day. One of the keystones, at least according to me, is that there are elements in the game when you have to co-op, like you have to cooperate. You can't sort of get out of, I don't know, being caught by clicking the button and getting out. You have to have a friend help you out. I think that is super important. And also having, like, it's also, we have stuff that we call like drops in the levels, where if you stay behind, you'll get caught and they can't go up and help you because they have jumped down. It has multiple functions. One, it's like a mini puzzle for the group that they need to sort of gather up and then jump down together. But also it tells the players that they know that they're on the right way.
And what gave Fatshark the confidence when co-op games weren't being released as prolifically to stick with that style of game?
It was, I don't know, foolishness maybe. And it was, the story goes that we are now he's the chief creative officer, Anders. He was the game director back in the day. He called up Games Workshop and said, hey, I have an idea for a game. He called their customer service. I want to make a game with that's Warhammer and Left 4 Dead. They're like, okay, that sounds cool. Maybe you should call the IP people. So he did that, and then we flew over to Games Workshop and said, so we have this idea. We've done these games, and we want to do a game where we combine basically Left 4 Dead with Warhammer. And they're like, yeah, that sounds awesome.
I like the idea of it, and the reason is because of what I just said not too long ago, where I've always kind of wanted to play them, but they're like, let's be real, there's more Warhammer games than there is WoW expansions. Like they have a huge fucking massive game collection when it comes to that series. So I just never felt like I had time to play them all. And I am, as many of you guys know, I am not a jump into a sequel type girl before the first game. I always play in a row. You know, I never will play like 2 or 3 of something if I didn't play 1. And this feels like the kind of game that you could just jump into because it's, you know, it just seems more, you know, I want to say zombie killing, but I don't know if that's zombies in this game, but it just seems more of that kind of game where you can just jump in and just kill some shit and then log. And I like games like that.
Working on any other IP right now? Anything you can tell us about?
Nothing that I can talk about, sadly. But we will continue to work on Darktide. There will be more stuff coming in the year.
In your career, what's the proudest thing, though, that you've shipped, or even like a small moment that to others might not seem significant because they're not playing it on their computer screen? What's the thing that you're proudest of?
I do think maybe...
Hi, I have a question. When are the Disney Dreamlight Valley quest lines coming back? We talking stream-wise or video-wise?
When we released Vermintide 2, we had the release party, and my boss came over with the PC Gamer, and we had gotten, I think, a 90 or something in PC Gamer. And that was like, that was sort of achievement unlocked feeling.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That's probably the coolest.
So, those lapsed players, you've got to get back in because the Secretari are ready for you to play with when?
June 23rd.
June 23rd.
Oh,
in
that's
just a
pretty
couple
quick.
of weeks' time. And if people haven't played Dark Tide yet, but they want to have a go, where can they
Videos
start
will
doing
be
that?
a
You
bit.
can get it pretty much everywhere.
Yeah,
You can
I
get it
can't
on Steam,
give a complete
Xbox, Microsoft Store, and the PlayStation.
but definitely not this
Fantastic.
month.
Tthank you so
Yeah.
much, Victor Magnuson.
No,
And
thank
good
Take
luck
me a
with
bit
the
to
new
get
class.
to the
Thank you for
editing
having
of
me.
it.
Thank you once again to the guests who joined us on the show tonight. And, of course, let's hear it once more for the PC Gaming Show pre-show band.
But probably next month. I could probably get
You do
some
know they're
edited
not
by
a
then.
real band, right?
That classic Elle's humour. First of all, thank you for joining us here at the pre-show, but stay tuned because the PC Gaming Show is just moments away after one more big trailer.
Was this like Domino's, but not? Which villager is coming first with the full quest line?
I think the whole dang thing was spaceship.
I didn't even know a
to
horse
think
could
what's
mush
in the
somebody.
folder
Why
to
does
be
a horse
edited.
want my wallet?
Now, an aspect of this outhouse
It'll
that
be
I find
either Alice
fascinating-
or Lady in the
Can't
Tramp.
do this anymore. There are no ghosts in these old houses ever. Why are you still one?
There was a PC gamer whose name was Sean. He worked as an architect all day long. And then there's a gamer whose name was Mika. She works as an architect in Topeka. That's Frankie the architect. Jacob the architect. Jacob the architect. Jacob the architect. Even the alien.
Everyone's the architect.
They moved to a town where the architects meet. They play games together and live on the same street. So they're not just busy gamers.
Alien.
Busy
Jeez.
PC neighbors.
When is it coming online? Like when I edit the quest line? Because they're already recorded. They've been sitting in folders for months. Yeah. I do a lot, so it takes me a bit to get to the editing, because those
Wow.
particular
It
edits
sure was
are
a long day of
8-hour
doing architecture for
edits.
me, Sean Day 9 Plot. But now I've got the entire evening to do my favorite thing, which is play video games.
Did someone say video games?
Well, hello, PC neighbor.
Well, hello,
But
Sean.
yeah,
What game do you wanna play
it'll
first?
get
I've
posted
got
like
'em all. We have
when it's
Commando
edited.
Death
So
Dragon
one day I'll
Extreme
edit it,
6.
and then
We
the next
have
day it gets posted.
Executive
So
accounting online.
it would go
or
online.
My
next month
personal
as well.
favorite, Best Friend Simulator.
Oh, Amika. Hello? Yes, this is Sean. What? When? Today? That can't be right. Well, all right. Thanks. Bye.
What was that, Sean? It seemed serious.
Well, we can't play video games tonight at all. Because we've got to host the PC Gaming Show! Yeah!
For this year's PCGS, we've harnessed pure nostalgia to reconstruct our own little pocket dimension of the 1990s, a time when life was punctuated by slap bass, movies were stored on little rectangles, and using the internet didn't involve as many streamers saying painful and confusing things to me. I don't understand this term slang. I don't get it.
See, it wasn't even us. That was just a thing that happened in the 90s.
Well, what fun. But basking in the warmth and laughter of a bygone decade won't keep us from bringing you plenty that's new. We've got a full 2 hours, that's 2 of trailers, over a dozen world premieres, and developer deep dives for upcoming games. That would have actually been pretty impossible to imagine in the 90s. Our brains were too busy managing our ridiculously huge Jinko jeans.
Plus, we're gonna build an
Plus,
awesome
we were
gaming
too
PC,
busy
and one of
gaming.
you gets to take it
Let's
home.
be real.
Let's get started the PC Gamer way with 3 huge world premiere trailers.
Like, the difference is back in the 90s, gamers wouldn't have cared about watching shows like this.
With every step,
But nowadays,
we boldly
with streams
explore
and
the
stuff,
unknown.
it's a little more.
And piece by piece, we build an understanding of the strangest
Plus,
mysteries in the universe.
you know, back in the 90s, you didn't get this many games in like in a year. Or even a month. Yeah, that's why it shows the weather from there. Yeah. The only reason I even broadcast the city is so that people know where the weather is being broadcasted
Welcome
from.
to 95, the start of a new revolution. The information superhighway. A world ruled by the transistor, where power is measured in hertz and bytes. A place where us freaks and geeks can be free. No nations, no race, just ideas and knowledge. They call me a criminal, a hacker. While corporations spy on us and governments control us, they murder and kill and tell us it's for our own good. I'm not the criminal. I'm a freedom fighter with a modem. They can try to scare me, but they'll never stop me.
Axiom Systems takes very seriously any attempts to hack, infiltrate, or otherwise illicitly access our servers. Should you be found to do so, we will not hesitate to apply the full force of the law.
Yeah, I'll have some more questline videos. This month's a tough month because there's just a lot going on stream-wise. Well, there always is, but game shows kind of interrupt some gaming. But soonish, I'll have something on the channel. The thing is, I'm a one-person show over here, so along with my IRL stuff and my work and all that, I also stream all the time, and, you know, and then when I have time, I record videos, and, you know, and then I have to make time to edit videos. Like, yeah, my time is pretty strapped. But I do what I can.
I love to see a strategy classic reborn for the modern age.
Well, that was a great show, so I better get to sleep, you know?
Mika, the show just started.
Yeah, but you know how every morning I like cook an entire full breakfast and all of our friends come over to eat it and hang out before we go to work? Well, I actually have to get up at 4 in the morning to get all of that done and all the cooking and the cleaning. It's kind of a full-time job, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is super unrealistic.
Right?
Why don't we just do what normal people do and get up 5 minutes before we have to and then dart out the door without showering and shove a cold bagel into our mouths while sitting in traffic?
Perfect,
I have
honestly.
bagels in
Well,
the
since we're
fridge.
staying up late, how about
Feeling,
watching a little
feeling targeted here.
Willkommen, mein Liebling.
Mine's 30 minutes, by the way.
You could
30
have
minutes
turned
before I gotta get out the door.
But you didn't. I know that taking the step is not for the faint of heart. It is taken by those who seek something more.
None have been, like, none are sitting, like, half-edited or anything, if that's what you're asking. They're all in a folder waiting.
The sweetest kiss.
They've been in that folder for, like, a year.
Listen up.
Yeah, like, obviously,
I'm gonna
Hollis
test you
and
on
Lady and
everything
the
it
Tramp,
takes to run an arcane restaurant.
wasn't a
You want to
year
earn a
ago, but
Michelin star
they're
from
just a
legends
couple
like
that got
Guy
added
Fieri,
to the
Julia
folder, but the
Craigchild,
folder
and me, Dorgan
has a good
Ramsay.
chunk
Then
in it.
take my advice. You need to cook up tasty combos, hire the right crew, and stand tall in the face of cosmic horrors. If you think you can take the heat, get in that kitchen and show me some magic. Don't just stand there like a troll turd. Play the f***ing demo.
Let the slaughter begin.
It's getting serious now.
Oh, you're a
But I'm glad you like them. We'll get another one soon. I just need, like, a dedicated night. Because, like I said, those storylines are long. There's a lot to edit through them. And it's, like, no joke, it takes 8 hours to edit each single one.
This is our best one yet! It's cannon time, baby!
Let's fucking go! Oh, yeah! That was awesome!
Oh, I've missed Serious Sam. It's lovely to see he's still in good
Just a
shape.
feather
Well,
pen.
6 shapes to be precise. What are you working on there, Mika? Is it a grocery list?
No, Sean, I'm catching up on my handwritten correspondence, which researchers tell us was a treasured pastime of the 1990s, just like mammoth hunting, dying of the plague, and all the other things we loved to do before, you know, we learned that joy in life lives in our smartphones.
Oh, it would be charming if I knew how to read.
Hey, Sean, did we get a new phone?
I don't think it's possible. Society hasn't been ravaged yet by same-day delivery. Hello? Am I about to die?
Oh, I'm just messing with you, Sean. It's me, Frankie.
Oh, hi, fellow PC gaming show host Frankie Ward. But wait, aren't you busy filming the hottest late-night talk show of the 1990s?
Oh, Sean, you should know that no veils can obscure my piercing gaze. Also, we just wrapped for the day. Now, listen, I hate to interrupt the anachronisms, but you're about to be rolling on an exclusive new look at Control Resonant straight from Remedy HQ.
We are?
Just say the thing, Sean.
All right. Here's an exclusive new look at Control Resonant, straight from Remedy HQ.
This one I did add to the wish list. It looks good. So that's the tough part about the PC gaming show. They're the last show of the week all the time, every June, every year. And by the time they do their show, 80% of what you see in their show, we've already seen in others, right? Yeah. So since Xbox did so well this year, they've got to have a couple of real good games that they're gonna show off that didn't get shown off in like the future game show or something.
Control Resonant is a third-person action RPG where you combine the use of paranatural powers and melee combat to fight against otherworldly threats. You play as Dylan Faden, and all of this is taking place in Manhattan, New York. In the first game, the whole game took place inside a place of power called the Oldest House, in this kind of a brutalistic architecture environment. With the sequel, that whole thing is kind of broken open. The containment failed from the first game, and now all of these paranatural forces that were inside the Oldest House have leaked upon the streets of Manhattan.
There's a new threat affecting Manhattan in our game. It's called the patterning, and it is basically taking what is already there and restructuring and reorganizing it with this strange, otherworldly algorithm. And the resonants themselves are often found in this epicenter or this focal point of this localized patterning. And it becomes more than just the creature design. The bosses are almost married into the surroundings and into the scene, so they get patterned into the world. And it is not just a gimmick. The patterning is at the very core of the whole experience, so it touches all of our themes.
The game is very responsive. The navigating, traversing the world is fun and fast and easy to do. For instance, we have the shift ability that allows you to access these different gravity anomalies.
We have the 90-degree gravity shifts, we have 180-degree gravity shifts. Very minimal UI elements, but everything
I've
that
played
looks like
games
a
that do
walkable
that,
surface, like
and
a ground,
it's freaky.
floor, road, anything that looks like you should be able to walk on this is a gravity anomaly. We do have some spaces in the game where every wall you see is actually a gravity anomaly.
And you get into this really mind-bending sequence where, yes, you kind of lose yourself a bit as well, but you kind of react to the immediacy of the situation and so on. And then it becomes part of your natural way of moving through the world. Incomprehensible in one way, but once you kind of get it, you just get it.
So the combat changes from range to melee. I would say on level design side is a lot more about designing, like what's the what kind of enemies, how many of them. I'm thinking of like some interesting environmental things you can do in the combat spaces, like these things that create variety into the combats. We do have more enemy types than we did have in Control, so that definitely helps.
We have always wanted even the paranatural things to somehow feel connected and married into the normal, mundane, everyday world. So even if you are able to perform like superhuman feats and telekinesis, for example, it still should feel that it's strenuous. It doesn't come easy to Dylan. Dylan is fighting dirty, and he is able to perform these powerful telekinetic pushes and ground slams, but it does have a toll, and it does hurt him in the process a little bit as well. So there's this physicality that we always try to retain with our visualizations and audio, even if the thing that you perform as a player is inherently somehow superhuman or otherworldly.
When you take these different elements, these different pieces, the enemies, the shifting environment where gravity has gone bonkers, what you can do with your melee weapon, the paranatural abilities, we create this really interesting sandbox, and you feel like you have all the means to improvise. I think it's unlike anything else.
dead. They buried the truth. Time for revenge. Puncture targets. Cause distractions. Disguise yourself.
Cookie broke.
Use anything as a weapon. Hunt with your friends or by yourself. Every run is different. Revenge never dies. A cooperative roguelike assassination game. Gone Feral. Wishlist on Steam now.
Hey, Mika, would you be interested in teaming up with me on my bloody mission for revenge?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, like in Gone Feral, the game we just saw.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, that too.
And hey, speaking of co-op carnage, nothing goes better with violence than science. Let's check this out.
See, if it wasn't for games like this, aka low budget games, lower budget, doesn't mean bad, just lower budget. If it wasn't for games like that, PC Gaming Show wouldn't even exist.
So, you're
There's
the new
not
owner of
enough.
the Grand Hotel, huh?
There's
That's
not
it.
enough.
I'm just here to sell the place. Well, I hope you do better
big
than
games
the last guy. He disappeared.
being
you know.
made
My
that
father-
isn't
Yeah, I know.
showcased in
I've
other
been looking
shows.
into his disappearance. If you come across anything as you restore the old hotel, a clue, a lead, or even just something weird, you let me know. I always wanted an American partner.
Is that Power
Yeah, this
Wash
is gonna
game?
be so cool. Come on, get in. I'm gonna show you these mean streets.
I don't think it's the same one. Definitely not.
Whether you're pulling 999 or it's 911, lock you up in the wagon. Know you bad guys are done. When I'm around your neighborhood, kiss culprits goodbye. Lawbreakers shaking in their boots when I pass by. Looking good like Swayze back in 1989. All of the ladies going crazy saying, who is that guy?
It's a good idea to keep the cop close. Be careful. One background check and you're done.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna need them to trust me if we're gonna pull this off. But don't worry, they don't suspect anything.
I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about that hotel. That place messes with people's heads.
Hello, sunshine. Ain't you the spitting image of your old man? You know, he was in way over his head. If you want to know what happened to him, you better expect a wild ride.
Hey, did you guys see anything weird?
Weird is this town's entire deal. I mean, it's been featured twice in Britain's Most Haunted Towns.
And Britain's most crappiest.
This one looks actually kind of good.
Really beginning to creep me out. Listen, I've been through worse than this. I'm sure I'll manage. Seriously, it doesn't look that hard.
One of these days I'll show them something. One of these days, yes, I'm gonna go far. Get out of this place so I know it's coming. Adios, au revoir. Yeah, one of these days I'll show them something. One of these days I will heed the call. Remember this face, I will want for nothing. Gonna be a star.
Okay, that's a long title to remember.
Hey!
What was it?
Hope
There
you're having
are
a great
no
time at the PC Gaming Show. As
ghosts
captain of
at
the
this
ESS
hotel or
Starseeker,
something
trust
like
me
that?
when I say, this crew is ready for anything. Here's a look at what's waiting for you when the game drops June 11th. Wishlist it now and prepare for launch.
Added. Usually when I add a game, it doesn't take 2 lines, but... I actually have Astroneer. It was okay,
We'll be checking back in
but
for a sit rep on that Starseeker mission later in the show.
like I said before, I just phase
Everything
out
okay,
of
big guy?
building games.
Yeah, it's just... This is usually
It's
when
not
our
my
folksy yet
kind.
ethereal neighbor appears to dispense some timely nugget of salt-of-the-earth wisdom, but I haven't even seen him today.
Well, last time he was here, he said he was building a shelter to survive the dying millennium, and we're gonna be devoured by electronic demons of our digital excess or something like that, you know?
Is that a good thing?
Well, it seemed to work out okay.
Great! Because we're nothing if not digitally excessive. Let's see some more previews.
Adventuring is not for everyone. I risk my life every day, you know. It's not that easy
Hey, boss, we're ready. I call dibs on that goblin with the tiny shield.
Yeah, sure, but don't interrupt me. So I spent years developing tactics. Like now, it's all about offense against these greasy goblins. You see? I can do this in my sleep. It's really all about knowing...
Enemy reinforcements, boss. Some cultists and a big-ass goblin.
Getting creative, huh? Bonzo, you benched. Gary, get out there. Let's see how they like that. What the fuck, Gary? Now!
Oh, my bad, sorry.
Ugh, Marks these days.
Hey, boss, they're chanting and the big one's going berserk.
Oh, Gary, move!
Oh, but it's not my turn. No. Ah! Ah! My arm! Oh!
Oh, boy. That's not good. We need a meat shield?
Oh, I get to pick? Well, then Jenny.
Fuck you, Clive. Maybe you're the meat shield. Shut up! I'm talking about the prisoner. Okay, buddy. You take one for the team. Now, Jenny, use the terrain. Don't dodge, don't dodge, don't dodge. Yes! All right, Gary. Payback time. Finish him.
Take that!
And there you have it. Just another flawless victory for me, the Kev.
the games from today's show can be found over on the PC Gaming Show Steam page. Head on over to pcgamer.com/wishlist to check it out.
Making my own wish list. Plus, it would require me to keep Steam up while we're watching this.
Wow, will technology ever get better than cassette tapes? I mean, you can fit 7 songs on a single tape.
And you can get as many free songs as you want by recording them off the radio, and you're only going to get like 10, 20 seconds of an annoying DJ blowing over the top of it.
Honestly, that's not bad. Wait, this cassette tape, it's not music at all. The label says monsters.
Wait a minute. Monsters on cassette tapes? That sounds like an extremely skillful segue into our next world premiere.
Oh, I still have some cassette tapes. I used to pause them like every few seconds, and I'd write down the lyrics. Yeah, that was pre days of having videos where lyrics would be on screen. Yeah, those days didn't exist. I remember doing that with Gangster's Paradise. I loved that song, and I had to know every single word to it, so I did that. Yeah. Every time it would play, I'd sing to it.
Come on, I could take you lot on all day.
All who step foot on this land are under my influence.
And then I used to purposely fuck up the cassette tapes so that all my songs would sound like the Chipmunks.
For change.
And you know what? It never actually destroyed them. Those tapes still to this day play. It's crazy. But for those that have only ever seen a cassette tape like that, you know, them talking about it, the thing to know is you can easily break them because they're held together with like a little, what do you call it? Like, I call it ribbon. Yeah, you tear it a little bit, your tape's fucked. And then I remember if it would get twisted, you'd have to like put your finger through that little circle area. God, it's like you know, I miss them, but I don't. There's a lot of maintenance you had to do to cassette tapes.
Yes, it really is called Two Fights, Two Tight Spaces. And if you can believe it, there's one more surprise. Shadow drop! Oh, we love a good shadow drop, don't we? Two Fights, Two Tight Spaces is out right now.
And that's not the only surprise. This old-timey scroll came in the mail and it's addressed to Milord. It says, the granary is full, sire?
Oh, I know what that means.
I don't.
Another world premiere. Our next title is from a series that's been around for more than 25 years. Here are two of our very favorite PC neighbors to tell you all about it.
Hello everyone, I'm Ben Starr.
And I'm Samantha Bayard.
And we're incredibly excited to give you a first look at our new game.
Stronghold 4, the brand new castle sim and RTS
Stronghold
from
is
Firefly
20 years
Studios.
old.
That's right, another chapter in Stronghold where you can once again launch cows from trebuchets.
Sounds absolutely delightful. Let's have a look at the new exclusive reveal trailer.
Welcome to Stronghold 4, my liege. This town has seen better days, but I'm sure you're up to the task of bringing the place back into splendor. Might I suggest next placing some farms to feed our population? Food stocks are back up again. We can train soldiers and build defenses to prepare for further bandit raids.
Yeah, I could do that kind of building.
My sword is needed.
Just me and my little pitchfork.
That's a nice thing.
Just not a whole city where
What's going on with the cows?
where people have to rely on water and stuff.
For our sins. A huge invasion force is marching on the castle, my liege.
Another village taken then. Make no mistake, I'll keep fighting.
Hell with you.
I have a favor to ask of you. Let's get to work.
My brother has betrayed us all. His legendary Knights of the Round Table have all fallen prey to corruption, or have simply disappeared.
Oh, this reminds me, I bought a new game
Avalon,
yesterday.
once a glorious kingdom,
Played it after
is now
stream, so
fallen
it was
into
an
despair,
offline,
and corruption
off-stream
ravages
game.
the land.
But it was Fate Keeper.
Thus, I have created the legend of the Twilight
It's
Knights.
not bad so far.
For salvation will not come from a single knight, but from many.
It's kind of this kind. It's like it's kind of like a Souls sort of.
Wardens of Avalon.
Oh, a new take on the Arthurian legend? That makes me want to go upstairs and get my life-size handcrafted, dual-tempered carbon steel replica of Excalibur.
Sean? Nope. Remember what happened last time? We do not need you swinging that giant sword around the living room. We just got a new lamp.
Well, don't worry, everyone. I promise I won't do it. See, I said I wouldn't. I don't know why you would think otherwise based upon my tone. Look, Our new neighbor's rooster
What's
sure
happening?
makes a racket. But
Is there an elephant in your house?
Farm fresh eggs.
First, roosters don't lay eggs. Second, that was an elephant.
Wait a minute. If that's an elephant, do elephants lay eggs?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? The omelets you could make would be massive.
Well, he'll be gone for a while. The real reason our neighbor has an elephant is because we're here to see the world's first gameplay reveal for Planet Zoo 2.
I played Zoo Tycoon. That was a fun game. Until it wouldn't let me add more animals. And I was really pissed about that. I rage quit and I haven't been back.
The chairman of Fen.
I'm Alice, the zoo operations manager at Fen.
We're here to help you on your
And that was
journey
like
in
15
building and
years ago
managing
or
zoos,
something.
as well as
Yeah,
restoring
it's actually
wildlife
probably
preserves
not that long.
across the
10
globe.
years ago.
You'll be creating habitats for all kinds of species and making sure they're well cared for. Not to mention managing your staff and keeping your guests happy too. With that in mind, let's begin.
Meet Lamarty, the Maasai giraffe. He shares his space with a pretty big family, so we need to make sure there's plenty of vegetation for everyone. And with the warm weather, we need to keep the fresh water flowing.
Speaking of water, we'll need an aquarium large enough to house several of our aquatic species, including our endangered hawksbill turtles, Mia and her family.
You'd be surprised how quickly these tanks get dirty. There goes one of our keepers now. We have one more stop to make. We're building a brand new kind of habitat, an aviary. It'll be the perfect home for our white-tailed sea eagles, Hamish and Freya. We've made sure there's plenty of space for them to spread their wings and to have some fun.
Conservation is Fen's most important goal. Like in the Scottish Highlands, where we're releasing our eagles into our wildlife reserve. We've done a lot to prepare this environment for them, something you'll be sure to do more of on your journey. Together, we can create a better world for all living creatures. So, are you ready?
You gotta bust a move! You gotta bust a move! Now bust a move! Twin Turbo V ain't got the juice I wanna do what the fuck I wanna do. It used to be a G-Shock. It's still a G-Shock. Bust a move or get caught. Yeah, shake it down. Feel like I'm Cody making waves, surfing the crowd. No life is crazy, but you still bust it down. Supreme sleeves on the key. Look at me now. You gotta bust a move. You gotta bust a move. You gotta bust a move. You gotta bust a move.
It looked alright.
Next up, we sent 3 of our best minions of the damned to procure the secrets of a mysterious tower that spells certain doom for all who dare to enter. I'll miss those minions.
Death is not the end in our Quran. That is merely the beginning.
Archon is a top-down isometric game where you play as an Echo, and you find these very powerful items. And then you play as a team of 3 to ascend in this very dark fantasy, hauntingly beautiful tower. Fight monsters, find the items, put together your build, and fight showdowns at the end of each floor. While you ascend the tower until there's only 2 teams left, and only one team can win.
Okay, so 100% multiplayer.
Your whole goal is you start with nothing. You want to go get items to form your build on the fly. Items are distributed throughout the tower. You can find them in chests, kill monsters, and the best place is to take them off other players. When you're new, you kind of like will gravitate towards a certain play style, and as you continue to play more,
I think
you'll
it
start
looks
to unlock
good,
different builds that you didn't know were possible.
but
I think the item system is
I don't buy
designed
games
to have
that
people
don't
embrace
have
the play style
single
that they
player
want. We don't
mode
have traditional roles, so we
available.
don't have a support or a tank
So it'll
or a DPS.
depend
You're all kind of
on
your
yeah,
playing
because
field, but you can lean into
ironically,
play
and this
styles.
is gonna
You can
sound
lean
funny, because nowadays there's way more gamers out in the world and all that. But funny part is back in you know my Halo days, I guess we'll say, which was years ago, you know, like more than 20 years ago. That's when I found it easier to group up with people, you know, like, yeah, all my friends played games. Now, everyone's so scattered. Some have quit gaming, you know, and yeah, ironically, in a time where there's way more gamers in the world is a time where I feel like I have less people to play games with. So, yeah, single player is kind of like a need. I generally, unless I know that a couple of my friends are interested, I just don't buy them because they're a waste of my money.
into a ranged build or a hybrid build or a dive build just on the fly.
That's why I think every single game should at least have
items quickly,
a single player
mode
mode
when the beacons
in order to sell your game.
This place shows us who we could have been. What we should have been.
Archeron takes place in the afterlife, so everybody that's here is dead. The only way you arrive in this place is if you've died with some kind of unfinished business. So everyone here has something unresolved that's kind of pushing them forward. Our characters are all called echoes when they first arrive, and in their chests they have these things called anchors, and that's where their memories live.
They're almost pebbles in the filter. They're stuck there, they can't escape. The anchor represents a memory or an emotion of unfinished business that they have from the living world. So it gets them stuck halfway. They cannot let go of the thing that happened to them in the living world.
Everybody starts out with one memory, and it's just one piece, and it could be a sense memory, it could be
looks like
your
there
mother's
might be
voice, it could be just a thought. And from that memory, the echo goes into this tower.
Nope,
and
the
tries to
team is
figure out
in
who they
voice
are,
chat.
why they're here.
And we always say that
So
the
those
answer is
are
always at the top,
actual
so that's
people,
why they
like
climb
I
the
thought
tower.
in the beginning.
The answer is up to get out. Players have affected a lot of changes over the years now for us, but the biggest thing we got on our Next Fest feedback was the player gap between training and Ascension. They were really awesome at helping us come up with the idea of spires. Spires is kind of a arena-based 3v3 where you can climb up a spire and have like a run where you have 3 attempts before you fall to the bottom. So big goal there is lots of repetition with our items in combat to get you familiar with how pace of the game and how combat plays, so that when you go to Ascension, you're prepared. You know, Ascension has a different vibe to it. It's more methodical, it's paced out, there's lots of decision making, where you loot, what items you pick up, how you and your team synergize against other teams. As they get into it and understand combat more, it starts to open up, the combat creativity really starts to shine, and I think they'll get used to the pace and hopefully have a blast.
It's so smooth. The combat is so fun. The kind of like team play that I've seen coming out of it it's insane. Players generally have a play style. They either like to go full eternal, meaning 4 pieces of the same set that we know synergize together, we've built to synergize together, or get a little wild and do a shattered build. Get 2 pieces from one set, 2 pieces for another, and kind of see how it goes together. But it's very personal play style.
You get the benefit of 2 set bonuses with Shatter builds. You get the benefit of the Eternal ability if you do full Eternal.
When you fall in combat, there's so many ways to come back. You can be revived at a shrine. You can go and pick up your friend if they're crawling around on the floor. Then there's this totally clutch moment that happens sometimes where you've died, the beacons are there, somebody runs to a beacon and all the way up to the next floor, and then you're revived again. And you get to start all over, pick your stuff back up, dust yourself off, and get back in the fight.
like,
if you
well,
join now
you
and
made
start
the game. I
playtesting
would
with
hope
us,
you could beat
we're
the
still
boss.
shaping the game. I think it's such a great opportunity for
Like,
players
seriously.
to play closely with the devs, give us your feedback so that we can make the game better and build a community with you. Go to the website and we have details there, and you can join the playtest as we get prepared for early access later in the year.
It looks okay, but if I'm gonna play a game like that, I'll just pick up Diablo.
The Great Tower of Archeron summons you and two of your finest battle-hardened companions. Head over to archeron.com to sign up to the playtest now.
Speaking of worldly entities, this next trailer is sure to send a chill down your spine.
Honestly, Gears of War sent a chill. Yeah.
Mortals never learn. Foolish enough to challenge me. Only to see me rise.
When they were talking about the lore.
Bloodier, thirstier.
Shivered twice and it's not cold.
Defeat my army. Nor conquer my castle. We're cursed to fight. Night after night. For all eternity. For my master. For her.
War Dogs is a tactical, all-out warfare FPS where 100 players split across 3 teams fight over one control zone to earn themselves cash.
What makes War Dogs unique is its underlying persistent economy. Every life you spend in-game cash, building your own custom loadout, purchasing whatever equipment you want to suit your playstyle.
You then earn cash by performing any team play action in the zone, such as spotting and killing enemies, reviving and healing teammates, driving or piloting friends to the control zone, or building bases and even resupplying and selling items to other players. Anything that helps your team win earns you cash, with profits from every game banked into your account to spend in your next match or next time you play.
Investing in better equipment is risky, but the right choice at the right time can yield massive returns.
With its unique cash system, 100 players fighting across 3 teams, destruction, base building, playstyle freedom, with unlimited squad sizes and proximity chat.
46 Northeast.
War Dogs is a new twist on the FPS genre made for people like us who are tired of seeing AAA Battle Royale and extraction shooter clones.
Straight up, War Dogs isn't a game made for everyone. Instead, it's a grounded, hardcore shooter that doesn't forget it's a game. We're making what we want to make and play with FPS players that get what we're trying to do.
War Dogs is coming to early access later this year, and we're opening our closed pre-alpha testing to new players this month, which you can sign up for right now. This is the new face of tactical all-out warfare.
Let me guess, October release.
This is War Dogs.
No, it doesn't tell us. That was cool. Yeah, I like it. It reminds me of when I used to stream Darkest Dungeon. Was that Shroom and Gloom? Yeah,
Why just defeat your enemies when you can cook and eat them? Shroom and Gloom puts the fun into fungi and the guy into fungi too. You know, now that I think about it, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And trust me on this. You'll want to get your volume cranked up and your air guitar fingers warmed up for our next world premiere.
Let's go, Maximum Thunderness. It's a game where you shoot stuff. Go! Maximum Thunderness. Fight with me into tomorrow. Banish all the foes who follow. Maximum
Welcome to the prestigious International Space Station Ares. Earth is counting on you to assess the viability of NASA for humanity, particularly regarding the mysterious magnetic field surrounding it.
I wake up. Same bunk. Same time. The station resets. But I don't.
Our food supplies are dwindling
Groundhog
faster than
Day
expected.
effect.
If we're careful, starting now, we can still avoid early rationing.
This makes no sense. They're moving, like in a solar system, like planets.
Am I going to die here? Is this how I will be remembered?
It is all connected somehow.
The crazy part is, like, back in the day when games looked like this, it was so normal. Like, it was like, yeah, I remember not even expecting it to look better. It was just the way, yeah, it was super normal.
Whoa! Come on, come on. One time.
No,
One time.
Won't let
come
you.
on,
Won't let you. Won't let you. Won't let you.
Okay, okay, look. Just let me, just one more rematch.
Nope.
Just one more.
Nope. No, here's the. Okay, look. As much as I love shooters, why don't we play something more chill, like a farming sim?
Oh, sure. I love farming sims.
Right? Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, while we're farming, we've got another world premiere for you.
Yeah,
and
I
this one
don't think
comes
you're
from the
playing
creator
a
of System
farming
Sleeper.
sim.
Check it out. Shark swear.
It's hard to lose at farming. It's
yeah,
hard
but you're
to lose
gonna
at farming.
lose. You're gonna lose.
Trickle down back like a rat. Don't you know I used to live here? Abandoned all hope, hang a rope. Don't you recognize my face no more? Abandoned all hope, crack a joke. Don't you recognize my taste no more? Heave, ho. Time moves slow. I don't grow old. I grow unrecognizable. I used to live
Jeez. It's like poker, but if you win, you get shot. Rewards coming to Dead by Daylight. What? Shit.
Well, that huge dispute we had off camera has finally come to this, dividing the house in half.
I was wondering
You
what
just
that
stay on
line
your
was.
half and I'll stay on mine. Although I think we established we're neighbors, not roommates.
Fine.
Fine.
Good.
Good. One of our PC neighbors must be
Neighbors,
at the door.
not
Yes, it's me,
roommate.
PC Gamer's Jacob Ridley, and I'm definitely here and not being edited in at a later date and time.
Oh, neighbor, you're always so full of sage wisdom and useful advice. Can you help us solve our dispute in time for the end credits?
I think I can help. You know, sometimes your parents have to tell little white lies to spare your feelings. It doesn't mean they don't love you. Take it from me, high school can be a tough time for teenagers, especially in the age of social media.
I think the script got a rewrite before they filmed Jacob's neighborly wisdom scenes.
Remember, sometimes the reason a bully acts that way is because he's a real dick. Just a straight up piece of
Okay, well, none of this is helping. Do you have any advice we can actually use?
Actually, I do have some great advice on building a custom PC. And as a bonus, you can win the awesome gaming rig I'm going to build for you today.
Sure.
Thanks, Jacob.
They sound so thrilled.
Okay, so we've gone for a full retro rig for this year's PC Game Show build. And
Yeah,
this is
I would
super
say
build,
that's
so
pretty
effectively-
retro.
I mean,
although
it looks
not
badass, but,
completely.
you know, it
My
looks
first
old,
computer
it looks
looked way
aged,
worse
It looks
than
like
that.
it's from your parents' house in the 90s, early 2000s. But inside, it's actually a 9950 X3D, 5080, brand new AM5 motherboard, 32 gigabytes of DDR5, 6,000 megatransfers per second. We haven't skimped on that this year because of the prices, so you're welcome there. 1,000 watt PSU and a 1 terabyte PCIe Gen 5 SSD. And of course an Arctic 360mm cooler. So yeah, sleeper build. Doesn't look it, but this thing
Imagine
is
someone
an
like
absolute beast.
robs your house,
And don't
they
forget
see
to head
that,
over to
and they're like, yeah, fuck, not worth it.
pcgamer.com/survey for your chance to
Meanwhile,
win this
it's
seriously cool
decked
piece of
out
hardware.
with top
Oh,
and
and when you're
shit.
done, head over to pcgamer.com/wishlist to add all your favorite games from today's show to your very own wish list. Back to you in the studio.
Is it right for us to spy on our PC neighbours like this? Also, why do they live next to a talk show studio?
Well, when you live in a post-Alf sitcom ecosystem, all bets are off. And anyway, I'm just making sure they can feed themselves without delivery apps.
Why? If it isn't the classic 1990s sound of a deep space transmission alarm.
Must be time to check back in with that Starseeker expedition. Let's see how those spacefarers are doing.
Producers, roll the next trailer. I've got a service lamp to test.
Hi everyone, I'm Edward, creative director at Ludogram. We're building Ascenders Beyond the Peak, a turn-based exploration roguelite about a team of climbers hunting ancient artifacts in mountains that hunt back. And the higher you climb, the more you realize something else is hiding.
I thought it was an
Every
Astroneer
expedition
thing.
starts long before the climb. You build your team, develop your headquarters, and choose which peak is worth the risk. Your team is connected by a single rope. You're never just moving a character. You're managing a chain of consequences. And sometimes, saving the team means leaving someone behind. The mountain is your weapon. You use gravity, terrain, and the environment itself to survive, with 9 classes that each interact with it completely differently. And its inhabitants will make sure none of it comes easy. Between climbs, your team recovers, but not everyone heals the same way. And what you bring back from the mountain will force you to choose between power and allegiance. The question is whether you'll make it back to choose it all.
Take it in. The warmth of the fire. The smell of your hard-earned meal. The feeling of discovering a new land. This is what adventure feels like. So breathe deep. Savor this moment of peace. At dawn, you'll make for the ley line. And by this time tomorrow, you'll have made your sacrifice and harnessed the power of magic. Soon, there will be no limit to what you can achieve. Huh. Well, at least you're still alive. Now dust yourself off and get back out there. But this time, maybe bring a friend. This summer, venture outward.
Oh, I have the first game. Arsenal and I bought it together.
How many great games can PC Gamer fit into one show? The answer is more.
We ended up not
Lots
liking
more.
it, though.
Keep watching.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. One night I saw a man. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck
Hey,
up on him
Tristan.
and made a grab.
And you'll get there, Tristan. Also, the Xbox
What was
show
that noise?
happened and no WoW was mentioned, so there's no video to post tomorrow. Just thought I'd mention that.
Now this is
They're clearly
worth the
gonna
price of
leave it
admission.
till BlizzCon.
Did you hear something?
But usually they are mentioned because of Xbox.
Got it.
Updating.
Just keep looking the other way. What have we here? Huh. Not so secret anymore, is it?
Joining me to talk about what we just saw, the remaster of Thief: The Dark Project, is the studio head of Night Dive, Stephen Kick. Thanks for joining us, Stephen.
It's awesome to be here.
Now, I will shamelessly say that Thief was one of my absolute favorite childhood games. I adore it. And for those who did not get to experience it back in 1998, what is Thief?
Thief is an amazing immersive sim. It's first-person perspective where you take the role of a master thief named Garrett, and you're infiltrating castles, cathedrals, all kinds of wonderful medieval-esque environments, and you're getting wrapped up into this mythology and this conspiracy that crosses ages and time and uncovering secrets. Garrett is not a great fighter. He's very nimble, he's quiet, he's small. He can infiltrate, he can get into places that he's not supposed to be, but he's not really a good fighter. So you do have a blackjack and you can equip a sword, but it's not your best option.
Yeah, it's mainly used to swing a few times and then run away and try again.
Right.
When it comes to doing a remaster, I know that it can take many different forms. Some is just updating some of the art models, some is rebuilding the engine from the ground up. When it comes to Thief: The Dark Project Remastered, what's familiar, but what's new? I want to kind of understand what players can expect.
For any longtime fan of Thief, the game is going to feel very familiar. You're going to be going back to a place that you love. I hope you want to stay there. For new players, it's going to be an exceptional experience. It's going to run very smooth, 120 FPS, 4K, widescreen resolutions, all the wonderful quality of life improvements that you've come to know and love from a Night Dive remaster. And probably most exciting of all, we've got Stephen Russell coming back to reprise his role as Garrett, as well as fan favorite Terry Brocious.
All right, well, if you're someone like me that immediately has their curiosity piqued, where can people go to find out more information about what's next?
NightDiveStudios.com is a great place to start. It's got links to all of our social media, but I would advise that you come and join our Discord channel. All the team members are in there. We're very amenable, we're communicative, we're friendly. Come share your thoughts with us. Let us know what you want to see in Thief Remastered, and take a vote on what game you'd like us to do next.
Both for Thief: The Dark Project Remaster and for all the great games you're seeing on the PC Gaming Show, don't forget that you can go to pcgamer.com/wishlist to keep track of all the titles right there. Stephen, thanks so much for coming out. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the opportunity.
And now, let's check out some more great games.
Fresh off the finish line, Exo Rally Championship is available on Steam right now.
Frankie, as fun as all this is, I'll admit, I am feeling time sick. This decade is strange. I can't tell if the blazers are big because of fashion or everyone's just deeply confused.
It's both. But if you could use something familiar, I've got just the thing. 2 surprise sequel reveals for a pair of beloved indies. Let's take a look.
Jen, if you're hearing this recording, I'm sorry. I've been unable to determine what caused the mass extinction. I'm looting derelict ships with these old salvage drones to send you with the equipment you'll need to survive on the best planet I can find. I wish I could go with you, but humanity needs as many shots as I can give it. These odds are not good, and these cryopods I'm finding have kids, families. They deserve a shot. I can give them that. But I have to stay behind. Maybe someday you can forgive me.
My name is James Savage. I investigate folklore and the truth behind it. I'm a scholar. I'm a vampire. I'm 15 months sober.
He's a lot of things.
And 3 hours ago, my best friend buried me alive in the middle of the desert.
Not a very nice best friend.
Would you believe me if I said I didn't have a ticket?
You mean to tell me they put a ball in there, but you're not supposed to play with it?
It was a cruel age, Mika. Some of its sins are better left forgotten.
Well,
I hated
then let's
those
look back to the
mouses.
future. Here's some more
Absolutely
previews.
hated them.
ゲームフリックの古島です。ビースト・オブ・リンカーネーションのディレクターをやっております。この世界、ビースト・オブ・リンカーネーションの世界ですけども、汚れというものに蝕まれています。この汚れはですね、あらゆる動植物に寄生して、この存在をですね、腐食体というものに変えてしまいます。この汚れを生み出しているのが輪廻の獣という存在です。で、この輪廻の獣を倒すために主人公エマと相棒の腐食体クーがですね、一緒に旅をしたという物語になっています。
Oh yeah, I remember that guy.
人類はですね、この世界がもう汚れに蝕まれてしまっていて、汚れに追われてですね、もう山あいのですね、かつての文明の遺構のようなところですね、コロニーを作って住んでいる。この主人公は今ですね、先ほど言った汚れに侵されていてですね、で植物の力を使うことができるということです。ただし主人公のエマには、感情も記憶もないということになります。で、感情も記憶もなくて汚れに侵されているこのエマをですね、コロニーの人たちは気味悪がって、むしろ腐食体として扱ってしまうというそんな存在になっています。汚れの植物の力を使ってですね、いろんな場所を登ったりとか植物を使ってですね、自分で橋みたいに伸ばすことができるんですけど、それでですね、崖とかを作ったりとか、この荒れた世界ですね、縦横無尽に駆け回っていくようなことができたりします。エマとクーの両方ですね、能力を成長させることができます。普通にステータスを上昇させるということもできるんですけども、それがですね、独自のスキルをエマもクーもどちらも覚えていくことができます。シチュエーションとか自分の覚えた技によってですね、スキルをどんどん組み合わせていってどんどん試していって自分のプレイスタイルを確立していくという感じになります。まずですね、主人公エマが石川由依さんに演じていただきました。でそれ以外のキャラクターたちは逆にコントラストがあってですね、感情も豊かでバックグラウンドとかあるいは秘密もあるようなキャラクターたちを、大塚明夫さんをはじめとした素晴らしい政治人の方に演じていただきました。このゲームビースト・オブ・リンカーネーションの詳細についてですけども、
Man, can you imagine how many games we still would not even
ぜひ
know
ご一緒に
about
登録いただいてお待ちいただければと思います。よろしくお願いします。
if if the world wasn't as connected as it is.
What do you truly want? The dead, under my rule, shall serve a purpose grander than your lives ever could. You pathetic creatures have no claim to this power. It is my fate to wield it, and yours is to kneel before my might.
It's okay, but if I'm gonna play a game like that, I'm gonna play Vampire Survivors. What? A skill tree? Jeez. The skill tree is the only reason I would probably try it out. Oh, that was a mad mushroom.
If you're
one.
enjoying the 90s aesthetic in today's show, this next game is for you. Grab some co-op companions and dive into some familiar-looking screensavers that are filled with new surprises.
Oh, I didn't even notice you'd come in. Welcome to System 6D. You've been hired, which means that in this training video,
That's
you'll
because I
learn
play stealth
everything
games.
about your new workplace. Work in our company requires expert-level skills in basic, built-in programs. But your primary responsibility at System 6D is testing our new products and identifying any possible bugs. You'll be using our revolutionary geometry testing system. It's so advanced you'll feel as if your consciousness is really inside the program. The bugs can be found anywhere inside, so be very observant when traversing the virtual landscapes. But thanks to the world's first fully visualized bug detection, even a brainless mannequin has a chance at success, which means so do you. While System 6D is a technology company, our greatest asset will always be our people. Guys, how am I supposed to work under these conditions, huh? Here at System 6D, you can look forward to free lunches. Join our friendly team. Together, we can make Geometry OS the shape
I don't know if
of
I
the
want to
future.
join that team.
All you need to do is answer the call.
Although I do like
After
working,
all, we've already hired you.
alone. And that's a selling factor there. That's why I've always had warehouse jobs.
This is why we came.
And why I like night shift. But nowadays, I do my best to have day shift.
Let's go to the balloon. Oh no, I'm scared of heights.
You have to climb to the top of this mountain.
Yippee! Whoa, gamer.
What you're gonna do is get to the checkpoint.
We're already at the checkpoint.
Don't follow me. Jump, jump, jump.
No.
Hey, who skipped the queue? You go first. You go first.
These boomer booster pills here are like the best item.
I'll take the Viagra, please. There's
Yep.
beans over here.
I was thinking about those beans.
And they're like eating the actual can.
No.
Oh, we're at the last one.
What?
That's descending.
Beans just basically just let you fly.
This is going really well, guys.
It looks funny, but I'll pass.
What is this? We're all each other's obstacles. Let's put it that way.
You know what? I jumped. You guys just let him throw you.
Okay. You need to get the key. Thank you. Well, I'm guessing I gotta color my part.
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest.
Oh, I don't remember what it looked like. Okay, let's do that again. I love you, but you gotta do something. Do you? Oh, kill me! Kill me!
Something about it looks good. I like the little mini games that's going on. Visually, not too into it, but the mini games look a lot of fun. I'm gonna add it.
Haters.
Coming up, you'd better make some extra room on
Although
your
I
wish
do
list
hate
because we've got a
clowns.
lot more new game trailers to show you. Take a look.
I can handle cartoon clowns.
The ritual. An attempt to part the veil between planes. We break the pact. Now we are paying the price. This is it, warrior. Wake up.
Didn't we see this already, or was it in? No, we didn't. I don't recognize that name, but that looked pretty cool. I'll add it.
Only one man has what it takes to defeat this jungle. Nope, not him.
That first guy kind of looked like my gaming buddy
We
Brody.
need to investigate Utara village.
Shut up! Is that too long?
Nature in this region has become unstable.
Now that is Sula! What can I serve you? Sula, meet this. Suit up. It's a good day to dive.
Oh, is this that diver game? Yeah, Dave the Diver. It's like looking at it, it don't interest me at all, but it has been so popular. This is like the third game, I think. I feel like every couple of years we're seeing either a new game or a DLC to it.
Valmiina!
Mene määränpäähän.
Selvä! Käynnistä moottorin!
Erkki, näetkö sä mitään?
Signaali havaittu!
Edetään rauhassa taistelu.
Ladattu! Käännetään oikealle! Ampus tulossa!
Carcass Clad is the next game from the devs of Mouthwashing, and we can't wait to see what new horrors they have in store. Hey, Sean, are you gonna introduce us to your new friend there? Or
I used to do
Mika, I
this
thought it'd
as
be
a
nice
hobby
time
when
to
I was younger.
brush up on my miniature painting. Thank you. I did deserve
No,
that.
you didn't. But Sean, we're back in the 90s.
You could probably
couldn't have picked
still
a
buy
worse
those.
time. The world hasn't accepted nerds as a, you know, lucrative market yet. If you step out of this house with one Space Marine, just a jungle full of football captains will be waiting to tear you apart, just like they tore apart your Pokemon cards.
Mika,
What?
I don't have a death wish. Listen, since we took a one-way trip through the time hole, I figure if I start brushing up on my miniature painting right now, then I'll be winning golden demons left and right by the time we age back to the 2020s.
Hold on. What do you mean by one-way trip through the time hole?
Right?
Sean, are we stuck here?
I'm sorry, Mika, is that unpalatable to you?
Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick.
Hey, speaking of sick, we sent our intrepid PC gamer team to Creative Assembly's Secret Citadel for an up-close look at Total War Warhammer 40K. Here's the latest news from the 41st millennium.
Why have you done this to me?
Honestly,
there is no peace amongst
I'd
the
love
stars.
to be sent back.
There is only war.
I'd go right
Total
now.
Warhammer 40,000 is really
Right
like
this second.
a marriage of IPs made in heaven. We create authentic works.
Love streams
we
and
have
all,
really precious IP.
but I liked the
currently
80s
that
and
we're working
90s
with,
more.
which I know lots of you, just like us, we really love. We read a lot of books, played games, painted minis. We want to insert you in that authentic universe. The galaxy is an unforgiving place. Everyone is fighting. There is no option to stop because, you know, the world will eat you alive. But you as a player, you will make the difference. And what's really unique about Total War is you can experience that whole universe, from the galaxy running an entire faction across the stars, to the soldier fighting on the ground and just clinging to life, try to survive another day. It's literally like being that armchair general who is like, I'm at the command of vast forces, doing big flanking maneuvers, doing the smart moves of like jumping over, like covering big spaces, especially with the jump packs, or dropping bombardment of the enemy. And that's what's unique about it, is the scale, both the horizontal and the verticality of it.
It's a big, vast franchise, a massive setting that's been around since the 80s, but luckily we don't expect players to know everything. We don't even want them to know everything.
Man,
we have a
I didn't know
onboarding
Warhammer was
experience.
that
It's a
old.
very
I knew it was
story-driven
old,
set of
but
campaigns,
80s? Holy
and
shit.
there was only one iconic location to start.
Yes, it is Armageddon, the quintessential place that represents the fight between humanity and orcs. They're like larger
I thought
than
maybe
life
late
characters. Like one of my
90s.
favorite ones is Yarick, who, yes, we will have in the game. The
Well, don't forget his arch rivals there too. We have Ghazghkull Fracker, the prophet of the War himself.
Yep.
But it's that journey that's going to be the interesting one.
Yeah, it's a path to Armageddon, yeah. The stakes are galactic, so you're going through between systems to systems, where the end goal, at least for the Orc and the Imperium, is definitely Armageddon.
And Armageddon's certainly not where we're stopping. It's just the start.
We're looking at all of the details of the different world types that are present in Warhammer 40,000. So we've got hive worlds, agro worlds, mining worlds, frontier worlds, and layered on top of that, we also have all of the different biomes. So we can have icy mining worlds,
Damn,
arid mining worlds. Ultimately, what we've
1983
done
was the
is
first
we have
Warhammer
created
game.
a
Crazy.
planet-making system. There's two things we want to do with the hive worlds. One, we want to make sure that the planets themselves look like hive worlds, so that we have huge cathedral, very much like we're in a cathedral here, cathedral-like cities stretching into the sky, going through the clouds, and whole planet's surface covered in urban development. And then we want to
The
make sure
first
that
time I
the
heard of
battlefields match
Warhammer
the
was
visuals
like
on the
10 years
planet.
ago. I've been in that
there
game
is
for
like staggering
my
sort
whole
of
life.
architecture and scale and,
Yeah.
and verticality, and
Must
then
been
try and
one
pull
of
that
those
into,
games
like,
I
a really
just never
engaging,
heard anyone
gameplay
talk
space.
about.
The sheer volume of potential lanes and routes.
Building zones, traversable lanes, cover zones.
We have some maps where your focus will be on sort of like navigating through these choke points and blasting apart areas
Which
to get
is
a bit
crazy
more sort of room
considering
to
how big of a
maneuver,
game it
or bring down a building on someone that's trucking along past. But then there's actually some pretty significant open spaces within them, like gigantic landing pads, and sort of the scale is so utterly off the chart.
Total War's always been a game about scale, right? You're from the bird's eye view above your empire down to the individual battlefields that decide its fate. With this one, though, we've had to go much grander. You're fighting across a solar system, right? Imagine you're looking down at kind of your ship's bridge at the hololith that's displayed. You're now deciding which planet do I wish to assault? Which regions should I conquer to give myself the most strategic advantage? Every decision you make as a player is not impacting just your current turn, but it's impacting every turn that goes on afterwards. Those decisions, they stick with you, they follow you. It's not a linear path through, right? And also narratively, the decisions you make as an individual drive the outcome of the story itself and how that plays out. So even playing through with the same faction multiple times will yield a different experience for you as a player.
We want their strategic decision-making to pull their forces through the game, but they will certainly encounter narrative events or the framing of why they're there, what their objectives are, how do they win. So the narrative framing will influence the rewards you'll kind of get for conquering a certain system. If you're the Astra Militarum and you take a plant on a civilized world, they're probably going to get a boost to tank production. If you're Orcs and you come across a world rich in scrap, that's probably going to help you build some stompers much faster than going to Agri-World, for instance.
If you love Warhammer 40,000, we are bringing that to life in a way you will never have seen in any other video game that's been made. If you love your strategy gaming, right, in general, if you love your turn-based or real-time strategies, you know, we've got you there as well.
We cannot wait to spend the next many, many years crafting the ultimate grimdark experience. And you can help by joining our closed beta, which gets launched later this year. We are on social media, so please follow us for more news, and thank you again.
Oh, is it one of those games where you make decisions? I like those kind of games. Oh, I do like games about fishing, too. Oh, robbing the, robbing the store?
That night, you died. That night, you became one of us. Many were destroyed. You were not. Staked through the heart, buried alive.
Is this that revamped?
Abandoned in the deepest hollow of the Temple of Eternal Whispers.
Close enough. Actually, this one, that title, I've seen it on my wish list. I must have, we must have seen this last year or something. So far, it's been pretty mediocre, Arsenal.
Rise as the sword of
I have a couple of things on the list. The first one is 2 lines. It's 1 title. So that's 4 games there. But nothing like big. Yeah, those are all, you know,
That reminds
small
me. Sean,
games.
if a vampire comes to the door next time, please don't invite them in.
Okay, look, I was just trying to be polite. Like, he was my DoorDasher.
See how much
Give me
is
a break.
left.
But look, it's now time for something millions of Vikings
Only
have been
15
circling
minutes
along
left.
for at long last. Here's a look at
Didn't you say
Valheim
you like
1.0.
this, Valheim? Or was that something else? Maybe something else, not you? I definitely thought it was you, but it could have been a different game. Similar to it. But yeah, so far, unless they give us a real good surprise at the end, at the moment, the Xbox One was the best. Yeah. It's still holding that spot. And honestly, even if there is like a good game that's the very last, there was a few in Xbox. It would still hold the spot versus like one good game here. Yeah. So, I don't know. They'll have to... PlayStation's no longer doing PC ports with their exclusives. I'm surprised they did them to begin with, because you lose money out on the console. Like, the whole point of making money off your consoles is that there is games that can only be played on. Don't get me wrong, as a person that loves Steam, I was happy to have them, and, you know, I purchased some, but I still thought it was very surprising. I also still am surprised that Xbox allows you to play on PC. You know, like, that still surprises me as well. But you know what? Xbox is probably why they're not going to do PC ports anymore. Because Xbox wasn't putting everything over to the PC either. They were keeping some exclusives. And, well, no point in putting Nintendo in the equation, right? Like, is there a single Nintendo game on PC? Like, maybe now that they put PC games on Nintendo. But there is, it don't go the other way. Like, you're never gonna see a Mario game on Steam. That's like the absolute forever exclusive console. Those guys will never budge.
Up next, a look at the McConaughey starring space epic RPG Exodus, which aired 15 minutes of gameplay during yesterday's Future Game Show. Check out the Future Game Show YouTube channel for the full gameplay.
Oh yeah, I
reveal,
was telling
but
you about...
Here's a sampler.
No,
to whet
actually,
your appetite.
it was Mark I was telling about this, because he's also a big Mass Effect fan. We both were. And it's made by
I'm Chris
them.
King, game director on Exodus. For those that didn't see the extended gameplay reveal on Future Game Show, here are some highlights. Exodus is a cinematic science fiction action role-playing game where you become the Traveler, leading a crew on high-risk missions across the stars. You'll journey to deadly planets, derelict ships, and the remains of lost worlds, facing relentless threats as you rely on your companions and the unique weapons and abilities only you can wield. You play as June Aslan, someone with a rare connection to ancient alien technology, one that may be the key to saving your homeworld. Along the way, you'll decide who stands with you, what risks you take, and what you bring back, shaping your path and the future you return to, where time has moved on without you. We also share a glimpse of Persepolis, where you'll return between missions. It's where you reconnect with your crew, prepare for what comes next, and see how your choices are shaping both your character and the world around you. This was a quick peek into the larger world of Exodus. To learn more, check out the full extended gameplay reveal.
Your presence here is the most precious gift you could have given me.
Put a W in there in that Stormwind. Just saying. That's what, no. I was gonna say that's what my company would be called if I made games, but no. I'd use Ironforge. Ironforge has been my favorite city
I'll put
since
you right in no time.
vanilla.
I will not die, rotting in hatred.
Uninstall or baby rage. We'll be playing it next week for a bit too.
And you can get caught up by claiming the last 2 remothered games for free on Steam.
Ooh, what a gift! Right? And while we're closing in on the end of the show,
It'll be part of the
still got
birthday
more to
stream,
give.
but there's
Mika,
3 games.
Yeah, Sean.
So.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Only if you're thinking of one last world.
But it was a way to get
know me so
YouTube
well.
to, you know, have a birthday stream. Because the other 2 are very much copyright music.
My dearest Milan, today marks attempt 179 to uncover what hides in that peculiar cloud. Maybe it's time for me to take a step back. Let you run the delivery firm, eh? And Hermes misses you very much. There is a good life for you here on Santa Rosa, full of adventure, full of wonderful people. I know
looks
you will
kinda
help
cool.
them out as best you can, no matter the challenge. If I don't return,
Right? You're not
come
gonna
find me
knock
up
the
there.
cow over.
Signed, Uncle Umberto. And as always, take off into the wind.
I would totally play that. It looks a lot of fun.
This has definitely been a very special episode of the PC Gaming Show. We laughed and we learned.
I don't remember laughing. That doesn't count.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks to all of you for being part of our live studio audience. And remember, set those VCRs to record our PC Gaming Show, Tokyo Direct, in September.
And of course, the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted will return in December. Blorby!
I need a ring. If I don't hear a ring, I'm not picking up anything. I need Foley here.
Like I said earlier in the show, if it wasn't for low budget games, PC
Okay, hold on,
Gaming
about to
Show
burp. Don't
would
start
not
anything
have
yet.
a show.
It's gonna happen.
Just gonna
No,
say.
no, it's
And
gone
now
back
it's
down.
extremely
It's hurting me now.
evident in today's.
Thank you so much for just.
Because the only big game they
All right.
showed was Exodus, which we saw
All right.
during the Future
I drooled
Game
a little
Show.
bit, but I'm ready now.
Oh, sorry.
By same-day delivery.
That's why I think
Delivery.
it's kind of a bad idea for the PC Gaming
Frankie, I
Show
know you're in there.
to
I
be
know
the
you're in
last
there.
show of the week. Because there's so many PC games that get
It's so
announced
short.
throughout the other shows.
Hello?
By visiting.
Sorry.
The
And I'm not
other
gonna go to
games,
therapy,
yeah,
but
I
this
can
is
totally tell you
1996.
what
I'm
the
just gonna hold
plan
that
is.
in until I'm dead.
So for the birthday stream, the first game's gonna be WoW, because then we can start on all three platforms, and so YouTube will have a stream there. Because I'm gonna cut them off when we get to the copyright, just so that keep the channel in good standing. So WoW's the first game, and then the second game is I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's on my YouTube channel as the most recent video that I did. You'll have to look. I don't have Steam up, and if I swap to it's gonna, yeah, it'll swap here. Yeah. So yeah, can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a fighting game with music. Yeah. And then the third one is Fortnite. Yeah. So those are going to be the 3 games for the birthday stream, which will be on Thursday. Yeah. Fortnite. Yeah. You should join us. You used to play. I haven't played in so long. Yeah. The last time I played, there was no battle pass. It was in early access. It was like season 1. If that.
Oh, right. Well, we're farming. We've got I'm sorry, I got so distracted.
It's such a huge game now.
What's the name of the
I
platform?
logged in the other
Okay,
day
sorry, I lost
just to
where we
like
were.
situate
You
a
can lose your
character
train of
for
thought on
when
air as well.
I do stream it. And
Hello, everyone.
and yeah, the shop is scary.
Sorry, puberty 2 struck.
It is
Sorry,
very
I'm having
scary.
Jacket malfunctions.
Yeah, I bought a DeLorean.
The man that ran out of air. Okay.
So I got my character sitting in a DeLorean right now.
.com/wish list. Jesus. /wish list. Another great trailer for a game that's making me have a
Yeah,
stomach
I'm
ache.
just waiting
Let's
till
try one more time. I don't want to put my hands. You hear
till
that
the
tone?
Marty skin
Ooh.
shows up, or
You put
Doc,
that in the
one of
promo.
them, and then that'll be my character. Right now, my character is a devil.
By following the
a
link
devil
below.
in the DeLorean.
Or somewhere on this screen. I'm not sure where the link is. You know better than I do. I recorded this in May.
Eat your mushrooms, y'all.
Mysterious tower that smells. It's already said smells and sun smells them.
TV. Okay. What goes better together than the...
By visiting.
I've never looked cooler than dancing in my seat to music that isn't there. Oh.
To music that isn't there.
See where that went.
Okay. Well, final verdict, Xbox was the best show. Which, honestly, I don't think I've been able to say that for a lot of years. I think a lot of the time, it's either been PlayStation, which they're not really part of this show, but they always do a state of play before the gaming week starts. But they're technically not really part of it because there's always 3-day gap after of nothing. So yeah. But usually, for a long time, honestly, it was when PlayStation was part of this whole day after day gaming event that they usually were the best. But and for a while PC gaming was usually pretty up there. There was a time where I always thought the Xbox ones were bad. But yeah, final answer. Xbox put the best show on this year for the summer showcase. I thought anyway. So other than Fable, was there anything else that interested you, Arsenal? Yeah, I guess, well, also probably God of War, right? Yeah. Which I was talking to Mark about the other day. I was telling him the drama because he doesn't follow the internet slash what gamers think. And so I was telling him, the drama of God of War. And you know what? Keep in mind he don't follow any of this shit, and even he said that they should have called it Goddess of War. And I have to agree. I think that game looks great, but I have to agree that they should have left the God of War out of it. Yeah. Yeah, either just name it after her or Goddess of War. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Yeah. But let me see. I have all my papers here. Let's see what were my big ones. Oh, there's a list, guys. There's a list because I just saw 4 big ones that I'm really interested in. It's okay. Okay, yeah, there's a few. I would say none from today. Just today had a couple of indie games that looked kind of good. But overall, my big list would be Goddess of War, the Halloween game, which I did do a little extra research before the show today, and it is single player. It looks like it's not going to play like Friday the 13th. It looks like it is an actual playthrough. So, yay. And Hellraiser, I'm really excited for. Alien Isolation 2, I'm super excited for. I would say if Halloween wasn't on this list, Alien Isolation 2 would be my most hyped. Yeah, it is my second most hyped. And what else? The new Tomb Raider, but I knew about that one. I knew that was coming, so I guess I knew about Halloween too, but the last time we got a glimpse of the Halloween one during last year's show, and they just slapped it on screen, Halloween. Right, you got no gameplay, no trailer, like it was like the music leading up to the house, to the street, and then done. Yeah, so it was very minimal. So this time we at least got like a pretty decent trailer. And then the other one that I'm really excited for is that Stuntman Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah, that one, if you didn't see the trailer for it, it's basically how I worded it to Mark when I was telling him about it is I said it's Destruction Derby, which you might not know, depending on your ages and all, but Destruction Derby was like my favorite PlayStation game back in the day. But the Stuntman Hollywood seems like Destruction Derby, but you're playing stuntmen, from popular movies. So yeah. And the DeLorean's in there. Alien Isolation and Halloween as well. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention Fable. Fable I'm looking forward to as well, yeah. Fable and Tomb Raider are your most hyped? Nice, nice. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, thinking back is because the last Tomb Raider was not the one that I streamed like in 2018, was it? I feel like I haven't heard of a new Tomb Raider other than remake. So is this it? Is this the next one in the list? Like, has it been that long since we've had a Tomb Raider game that was new, continuing the story? Because the last one I played was Shadow, and that one came out in 2018. And that might have been the most recent. That's crazy. It's crazy. Like, that was so long ago. That was the most recent? Yeah, that's so crazy. I was thinking it must have been because I haven't, like, this is the first time I've heard of a new Tomb Raider, right? So, and we watch these every year. So, yeah. Only 55 to 99 achievements on that game. Oh, I'm probably less. I'd have whatever I accidentally got while playing the game. Yeah, when I ended, I was done. And yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure what mine are at, but holy crap, 99 achievements in that game? Holy. I didn't think there was that many achievements for Shadow. Yeah. Crazy. That was such a great game. Yeah. Oh, DLC content. Yes, that would make sense. That would make sense for sure. Yeah. Cool, cool. Okay, well, I know it's literally the time that I normally start a stream. It seems very extremely early to end. But we have been on for, 4 hours. The gaming shows are done and I gotta go edit a video. Might as well start a TDV. I would if I didn't have things I gotta do. But we'll have the next stream will be Disney Dreamlight. The only problem is that I work night shift on Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, the next stream again this week will not be till Wednesday. That's partially because I took Thursday and Friday off. So Monday and Tuesdays are not like becoming no stream days. It's I took a couple of days off, so in replace. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'll play for you. Nice, nice. Cool, cool. Okay, well, you have fun playing Disney Dreamlight, and I'll for anyone interested, I will have the stream scheduled tonight. I spent all night doing up some pictures. It took me all night because I went a little more creative with the pictures. I'm trying to, be a little more creative with the stream pics. So they're done, but they took me hours to do. But yeah, I'll have the stream scheduled tonight, probably in an hour or two. And yeah, so have a great rest of your weekend, guys. And we'll see you in the next stream. Bye. Bye, Arsenal. Bye, lurkers.